Pittsburgh Steelers are making moves this offseason, and this has very serious implications for another questionable position group, and maybe some burgeoning superstars could grow as a result. My name is Tamir Jean-Charles. This is Steelers Digest. Let's get into it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please get subscribed. We've got great content coming out in the future, and the NFL season is almost upon us. Welcome, Yinzers, in, and I've got a good one. I'm sorry for lying. The Jakobi Meyers video will come out tomorrow. It's just I wanted to talk about something that I didn't get to talk about. I know I kind of touched on it in my potential superstars video when I highlighted Nick Herbig, Calvin Austin, and I highlighted another player. I forgot who. Calvin Austin will be in this video, just more in depth with his role and what the Pittsburgh Steelers feels that, he brings to the team. But I wanted to highlight a former Wolverine, Michigan alum, Roman Wilson, rookie last year, didn't play for us at all, had a lot of hamstring injuries, had a lot of ankle injuries. He was essentially on IR for the whole entire year. But just like I made yesterday with the quarterback video and how I was saying that was an open group apart from Aaron Rodgers, the Pittsburgh Steelers are a depth team, at least on offense, right? Like you can go on defense and we've got guys, we've got great edge rushers. We've got TJ Watt, Nick Herbig, Alex Highsmith, Jack Sawyer, so many guys on the D-line that are, going to be tested with some injuries. The DB room is looking better than it has in the past half decade. And same with safety room as the DB room, but same thing back there at safety and strong safety. But this is about offense. And offense has always been the problem for us, ever since AB, no Le'Veon, Big Ben, the three Bs, Boswell still on the team. But other than DK Metcalf, who got 34 million. I can't remember which one, 34 million. I think it was 33. And he's up there with top 5, top 4 wide receivers being paid in the league right now. Other than that, the room is very, very wide open. And as I make this video, a couple hours before I made this video, Robert Woods, our veteran, got cut. Really known for being on the Rams when Jared Goff was there, one of his favorite targets over there in LA. But Pittsburgh Steelers have decided to cut him. So now the receiver room is really, really wide open. And that's why I wanted to make the Jakobi Meyers video. But we've got Roman Wilson highlighted today. And, Michigan guy in a very, very run-heavy scheme, Michigan teams are always very run heavy. He was a part of that, J.J. McCarthy class, who's on the Vikings. That's their starting quarterback. Blake Corum, who's on the Rams, backing up Kyron Williams. And this is a guy that caught 48 balls for 789 yards and 12 touchdowns. Double-digit touchdowns in his senior year to lead them to that national championship. And this is a guy, round 3 draft pick, Pittsburgh has high hopes on, and they still do. This is going to be his sophomore year. Hopefully he can be healthy. And Aaron Rodgers has just had a lot of great things to say about him. If you ask about earlier in training camp, it was said that he needs to get out of his own head. He's got a lot of talent. This is Aaron Rodgers. We know this is who this guy is. This is a gold jacket. He's won a Super Bowl. He's got a Super Bowl MVP. He knows a thing or two about throwing to very, very, very talented wide receivers. And he believes that Roman Wilson can be a guy for us, as well as Arthur Smith, Mike Tomlin, Omar Khan, all the Steelers higher-ups. And he just has to step into it. So I bring all this up to say wide receiver 2 is wide open. Right now it's Calvin Austin, and I will speak about him. But if Roman Wilson can push Calvin Austin, which is always good, that type of competition is always good in sports. If they could push each other for that wide receiver 2 spot, the sky's the limit for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I find this quote fascinating. Wouldn't say anything if we just thought he was going to be a guy, just any guy that you could throw in. But I think he has a chance to be a big time talent in the league that's coming from Aaron Rodgers. In the final years of his NFL career, said he's going to retire after this year. It's a 1-year deal. He's got nothing to lose. I mean, he believes this guy can be the next big thing. Roman Wilson has to believe that he's the next big thing. The next big thing. And moving on from Roman Wilson, his counterpart, Calvin Austin III, who, as a small guy, had a bit of injuries in training camp. He's coming back. He's now back running routes. This is a guy who he plays bigger than his size. 5'9", 180, 190 pounds. We saw Russell Wilson throw balls to him up the seam, where you'd have your big slot receivers kind of. He can go up and make contested catches. He can catch the ball, get hit. He could run guys open. Very good scheme, especially if you want to get DK open, and just a very good player for himself. Caught 36 balls last year for 548 yards and 4 touchdowns. This is a guy who can only get better with better QB play. I would like to think Aaron Rodgers is better than Russell Wilson, but we'll see how that plays out when the season starts. But these are two guys who are really, really good at what they do. And I love to hear that people are embracing the challenge when competition comes. It's sports. Not only is it sports, but it's the highest level of football that you can get to. And when people talk about competition and what is all this trade rumors about getting another receiver, and another quote that I really like, this is one of the quotes that I really, really, really like. I don't know if it's necessarily blocking it out. And I like that because he's saying it's not really about just putting your head down and just running my routes and I'm just going to show up. And he's already going to do that just because that's the type of football player he is. But it's about embracing it. I understand what I have to do here. I understand what my role is. I understand what the organization thinks about me. And it's time to go prove it. And yes, there's situations for these guys. I'm talking about the pass catchers. They haven't been the best. Kenny Pickett, Mitchell Trubisky, Mason Rudolph. It's Russell Wilson, Justin Fields. Like, it's 5. Just name 5 different guys. It's been a lot over the past 3-4 years. And this is the 22. Calvin Austin was a part of that 2022 draft class. And him and Connor Heyward are the only 2 left of that draft class, I might add. But, it's not a lot. I mean, it's been a lot for these pass catchers, and for wide receivers, a lot of things have to go right for you to really show your true value. Obviously, the X receivers and those guys, don't matter who's throwing them the ball, they'll shine regardless. But this is still pretty big. This is a very big year for Pittsburgh Steelers wide receivers. DK Metcalf is obviously going into the regular season as our number 1. And now we'll just see how the depth chart rolls after that. With no Robert Woods, obviously the ones left are Ben Skoranek, very, very, very good blocker. Scotty Miller, very, very fast guy who can open up the middle of the field. We saw that against the Panthers when Skylar Thompson threw him that ball. And he actually led all receivers with 167 yards through those 3 games. So, Yingers, let me know what you think about Calvin Austin and Roman Wilson. I won't spoil too much. I got a Jacoby Myers video coming out. Do you think we still need Jacoby Myers? Are you not certain what Roman Wilson and Calvin Austin can do for us? But me personally, I believe that they've got all the tools. You're almost getting 1,000 yards. Yes, it's college, but you're almost getting 1,000 yards in a run-heavy Michigan scheme that they've got in Ann Arbor. Everything checks out, and not just stats-wise, what he can do. He can line up outside, gadget guy. He's a screen guy. He can run routes. He can run routes over the field. He can run guys open. He has his nose for the end zone. 12 touchdowns. I feel really good about Roman Wilson if he can stay healthy. And I also feel really, really good about Calvin Austin if he can stay healthy and what he brings to the table with DK Metcalf as our 1. Obviously, we still have Pat Freiermuth and Jonnu Smith in the background. Let me know what you think, Yinzers, in the comments. Would you guys make any more trades? Would you go for another wide receiver? And we'll see what Jacoby Myers' future looks like. But yes, I will go more in depth about that tomorrow. Have a good day.